Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Saturday, December 18, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Los Angeles Lakers vs Charlotte Hornets. Los Angeles is allowing an average of 112.3 points per game, which is 26th in the NBA. Opponents are shooting 45.2% overall and 34.4% from behind the three-point line. The Lakers are allowing an average of 47.2 rebounds per game, while averaging 44.8 rebounds per contest. Anthony Davis is the leading rebounder for LA, with an average of 9.6 boards per contest. Davis is the SWAT master with an average of 2.1 blocked shots per game. LeBron James is the leader in steals with an average of 1.6 per contest. This one has the makings of one of the best games of the weekend, but the Hornets will find a way to grab a second win of the season against the Lakers. Los Angeles continues to deal with injuries, as James and Davis are both in and out of the injury report, casting serious doubt over who will be available. For the Hornets, their ability to find scoring depth has been instrumental to their success, and their ability to get out and run will limit the Lakers' advantage on the glass, which likely is their only avenue to victory. Our first betting pick will be Hornets to win. The Hornets have the NBA's top offense, and given the defensive woes of the Lakers, shouldn't have any trouble finding the net. They rank 10th in field goal percentage and 4th in three-point percentage, contentiously giving them a chance to stay in games. In the first meeting, the Hornets made a living on the offensive glass, but it's difficult to imagine that being the case again in the rematch. Miles Bridges, 20.1 ppg, has taken a massive step forward this season, finding himself leading the team in scoring. Not to be forgotten are Lonzo Ball, 19.4 ppg, and Terry Rozier, 18.4 ppg, who form one of the league's most explosive backcourts. In the first meeting, all 5 starters scored in double figures, but without Hayward this go-around, it'll be interesting to see who finds their way towards taking over that scoring absence. For as good as Charlotte's offense has been, their defense has been equally as disappointing. They rank 28th in the league in scoring defense and are stuck with difficult matchups. If Davis plays, the Hornets lack the interior strength and size to match him. In regards to James, the lack of perimeter flexibility would be troublesome. Our second betting pick will be over the total. Detroit Pistons vs Orlando Magic. Unfortunately for the Pistons, the only streaks that have been getting snapped this season have been losing streaks. Detroit has lost their last 3 games and find themselves looking for a way to pick up a win to snap out of the losing. Heading to Orlando could be just what they need, as they have defeated the Magic in both times they've met this season, granted both came in Detroit. One thing you know for sure when these teams meet is that you're not going to get the most exciting contest. These are the 2 worst teams in the league, and the only reason the Pistons have double-digit victories is because they have 2 wins over Orlando this season. The Magic gave the Clippers a run but wilted in the 4th quarter Wednesday night. By the same token, the Pistons pushed Denver in both meetings this week, only to end up on the short end in each game. Detroit owns 2 wins over Orlando already this season, and they are in a little better shape as far as having a rotation that is cohesive to work within the Magic. After the win over the Bulls, the Magic took on the Clippers this past Wednesday and fell 111-102. After leading by 2 heading into the 4th quarter, the Clippers got into an offensive flow that allowed them to win the quarter by 11 and the game by 9. The Clippers held the rebounding edge and had 5 scorers in double figures to lead a balanced attack. Cole Anthony finished with a 19-point and 11-assist double-double. Franz Wagner, the rookie out of Michigan, led the team with 21 points in the losing effort. Wagner has been playing comparably to Cunningham and should be fun to see how he matches up head-to-head here. Our first betting pick will be Detroit Pistons plus 1.5. The Magic enter this game 28th in the league in scoring offense, as they average 102.1 points per game on the season. Orlando is 25th in the league in rebounding with 43.5 rebounds per contest, while they are 25th in assists by dishing 22.6 dimes a night. The Magic are 22nd in the league in scoring defense by allowing 110.6 points per contest. Mo Bamba is 7th on the team with 10.2 points, 8.1 rebounds and 2.1 blocks per contest. Franz Wagner adds 15.5 points plus 4.7 boards a night. Terrence Ross chips in 11.6 points a game. Jalen Suggs adds 12.9 points, 3.9 rebounds and 4 assists a night this season. Wendell Carter Jr., 13.4 points, 10 rebounds, and Cole Anthony, 18 points, 6 rebounds, 5.9 assists, are secondary scoring options. R.J. Hampton, Gary Harris, 11.6 points, Moritz Wagner, Robin Lopez and Ignaz Brazdeikis all have to contribute for the Magic. Currently, the team is without Jonathan Isaac, knee, Michael Carter-Williams, ankle, Etwan Moore, knee, and Markelle Fultz, knee, taking a big chunk of depth out of their rotation. Orlando is 28th in the league in field goal percentage as they shoot 42.9% from the field on the year. The Magic is 18th in the league in threes per game as they hit 11.7 triples a night, while they are 27th in three-point shooting by hitting 32.5% from beyond the arc. Hampton suffered MCL sprain and a bone bruise and is out here. Our second betting pick will be under 211. Boston Celtics vs Atlanta Hawks. The Boston Celtics come into this game led by the dynamic duo of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. On the season, Tatum is averaging 26 points per game, despite having a down year from behind the arc at 33%. However, he still provides the team with solid rebounding at 8.5 per contest. Right behind him is Brown, who is averaging 24 points over his 35 games. Atlanta is averaging 111.4 points per game. They scored 121 points in their last game, making 53.3% of their field goals and 33.3% of their three-pointers. Onyeka Okongwu led the way for the Hawks with 18 points and 7 rebounds. Bogdan Bogdanovic finished with 18 points and 7 assists, while Trae Young added 17 points, 10 assists, and 4 steals. Atlanta has struggled defensively, giving up 111.5 points per game. They gave up 104 points in their last game and will need another solid defensive effort if they want to get the win. The Atlanta Hawks come into this game led by one of the top point guards in the NBA in Trae Young. So far, Young has not only provided the Hawks with a scoring punch at 27.7 points per game, but also some elite distribution at 9.3 assists per contest. Behind him is John Collins, who is averaging 16.8 points and 7.9 rebounds per game. The Celtics have won 4 of their last 6 games, but they haven't played as well on the road, where they have lost 4 of their last 6 games. The Hawks have won 4 straight home games, which includes wins over the Milwaukee Bucks and Miami Heat. They have one of the best defenses in the league, but they've been on a tear in recent games, scoring more than 114 points per game, while making 51% of their shots in their last 3 games. They are a very good offensive rebounding team, which will lead to more scoring opportunities, and they don't turn the ball over a lot. Even though the Celtics play good defense, they aren't as efficient on the road and will have a hard time slowing down the Hawks. The Hawks aren't great defensively, but they are playing very well defensively during their winning streak and held their last 3 opponents to 101 points per game. With the Celtics struggling offensively on the road, they will have a hard time keeping up with the Hawks. Our first betting pick will be Atlanta Hawks minus 1.5. Boston is averaging 108 points per game. They scored 128 points in their last game, making 49.5% of their field goals and 44.4% of their three-pointers. Jason Tatum led the way for the Celtics with 36 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists. Jaylen Brown finished with 30 points and 10 rebounds, while Josh Richardson added 14 points and 8 rebounds. Boston has played well defensively, giving up 104.9 points per game. They gave up 75 points in their last game and will need a similar effort if they want to win this game. The Celtics are playing well at the moment and come into this game on a 2-game winning streak. They will try to keep the momentum going with a win over the Hawks, which will give them their 5th win in their last 7 games. Like their opponent, the Hawks also last played the Kings, winning by a score of 121-104. In the game, Atlanta had a much better shooting night, knocking down 53% of their 90 field goal attempts. On the other side, Sacramento hit just 42% of their shots. Bogdan Bogdanovic and Onyeka Okongwu led the team in scoring at 18 points apiece. Our second betting pick will be under 218. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.